Hello and welcome. I am so sorry that I didn't make an update earlier since my first video. I am starting really bad. I have an excuse, a good one. Those are my health issues. If you watched my first video, my previous video, you know that I have struggles, let's say, with my health, and because of those I wasn't able to update as soon as I wanted. So because of that, I am showing you today a video for a painting that I did a good couple of weeks ago, or even more. I'm sorry, I don't remember. If you already follow me on Instagram, which is good and I'm thankful for that, you might have seen this image already. This painting I did a while back, and I had planned to show you the video earlier on, but as I said, because of my health issues I couldn't. But there it is. So moving on. As you can see, I am doing the lines for my image, thanks to a light pad, a light board. It's the MiniSun LightPad, and it's wonderful. It's really bright and really big. It's really perfect. I used to have a light board that was huge and in plastic and not really good at all, and it used to be very warm with proper light and not some LEDs which are way more cooler and way more practical, and the light is actually stronger. So I really love this light pad, and the design for this image, for the sketch I did, which you saw in red, which had been done with red Colerase, this design I made from several reference pictures that I took, some from me taking pictures with my phone actually, and some from images that I picked on Pinterest, like everyone does. And I put those images together to make my own image, my own reference from this mix and match that I picked, and to create the exact image that I had in mind. And then when it was sketched with my Colerase, I put it on the light board, as you saw, and traced it with a ballpoint pen, as I usually do, a black ballpoint pen, which I continue to love, despite all the other tools that I have, the thousands of tools that I have, which are, felt pens or whatnot. The subject for this image is a magical themed witchcraft, something that I really love. I love images which are witchcraft themed, and I love drawing them as well. And just an image that I had in mind. This is the way I create. Most of the time I just have an image in mind, and I just want to paint it or to draw it, whichever technique I'm using at the time. And so I had about this exact image in mind. So this is a witch with the sky, which is pink because it's dawn. You can think it's sunset, so whichever you prefer when you look at it, but for me it's dawn. And she is full of power, which is represented by the deer's antlers that she has on her head, which are one of the images of the god and the goddess from the Celtics and Wiccans imagery. And yes, she really represents this power and magical strength that she possesses. Hence also the fact that she looks directly in front of her. She looks at the viewer actually, and that's also one way to represent power, but also everything that's otherworldly, so to speak. It used to be one of the common traits in most of the antique cultures, at least around the Mediterranean, and this is the former archaeologist in me speaking. Most creatures which represented either new life or death or magic, or some really powerful and otherworldly beings, like the Medusa, for example, used to be facing a front like that and directly looking at the viewer. And this is also why I chose to draw her in this way, looking at us, to really show that she is powerful. And again, moving on, the techniques that I'm using, that actually the point of this image was, for me, more than to draw the image that I had in mind, was to practice my watercolors and my color techniques in general. I wanted to be better at layering and adding colors together and at matching them together. And I'm not completely satisfied. I think that I build the shadows too fast or too slow, depending on the areas of this image. I end up with having shadows that are really too strong, too dark, and I didn't intend them to be this dark. On other areas, there's not enough depth, so I know I'm being difficult with myself, but I like it, but it's not perfect yet. But I am happy with the colors I chose, though, but I know that I need to do more preparatory thumbnails to do color comps. That's something that I always forget. It's not that I don't know that it should be better for me, it's just that I completely forget to do it. So I've been watching Tanika Seal's videos over and over, and she often does color comps before delving in painting her biggest images, and the result is always amazing because she really knows which colors she's going to use. And I, on the contrary, maybe because I always have an image in my mind, I just follow this intuition that I have. And I mean, most of the time I'm quite happy, but not all the time. And it's just that I'd like to have a bit more control on the colors that I choose and the way that I apply them. So that's something that I have to change, definitely. And so most of this image is done with watercolors, as you can see, but just at the end I using gouache. That's another thing that I'd like to work on, is mixing techniques a bit, mixing materials together. So not just using watercolors, but also using gouache the way I'm doing, and also pencils and colored inks and things like that. I want to widen my vocabulary, my painting vocabulary, by using more techniques and mixing them together for a result that is more intuitive in a way, but also more controlled and more personal overall. So, and then I love the overall result, as I said, but because I'm not completely satisfied by the way I did the shadows, I am planning on using another technique to build the shadows that you will see in the next video. So that's one of my plans for the future, is changing my technique concerning the shadows. And also, major plan that I have for the future is to upload a video a week. I know that's the plan. That was the plan from the start. I haven't been following it so far, but that's really the plan. So I will start working on the next video. It's actually already filmed, so I will just start on sorting it and doing the voiceover and everything almost as soon as I finish this one. So it should be good this time. And then my plans also for the future will be, as I said, working on these mixed media techniques, and yeah, that's it. Especially because I want to be better at inks to be ready for Inktober. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video, despite me ranting on as always, and if you did, please give it a thumb up. If you want to follow this channel, please subscribe. To see more illustration and sketches from me, you can follow me on Instagram since I'm there, and this is where I'm the most active. And if you wish to buy a print or even an original painting, please visit my store. And I hope to see you on my next video with more weird magical beings and my weird French accent very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye!